Hi everyone, today I am doing a Valentine's Day tutorial and I'm going to use all drugstore products. These are the products that I picked up from my US trip last year, and I have done a US trip haul which you can go to my channel and watch. So getting started with the makeup, I'm going to start with foundation. I'm using the CoverGirl Outlast foundation. This is a very long lasting foundation. It's a bit mattifying, so make sure you moisturize properly. I'm using the shade Golden Tan. I quite like the coverage that this. Next, I'm going to use the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Concealer. This is quite a good coverage concealer. It gives medium to high coverage. It doesn't cake up, and because it's a bit lighter than my skin, it's acting like a brightening concealer. And as you can see, I've applied it under my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, also a little bit on the center of my forehead, and a bit around my lips. To set everything, I'm using my MAC Select Sheer Press powder. This is the only non-drugstore product that I'm using here because I didn't have a drugstore powder. I'm going to use a bronzer, and I'm using this one by Physicians Formula. This is the Bronze Booster Airbrushing Veil, and I'm using the shade medium to dark. Just using a Real Techniques blush brush to apply like a diffused layer of this on my cheek area, just to add a bit of warmth. This also adds a nice glow to the skin, so I won't be using a separate highlighter for this look. Next, I'm using a pink blush. This is Pearlescent Pink by Wet n Wild. It has a bit of a goldy sheen, so again I'm going to get a bit of shine to my cheek so I don't have to use a highlighter separately. For my eyes, I'm going to keep it really simple. I'm using a brown pencil by Wet n Wild. This is the Color Icon pencil in the shade Deep Brown. I'm using this along my lash line, and then I'm going to use a brush to smoke out this liner, smudge it out for a soft diffused brown smoky eye. Next, I'm going to use eyeshadow. I'm using this palette called Naked Truth by Wet n Wild, and I'm using the dark brown shades from this palette, and I'm going to just add a sheer layer of the crease color, the color that is marked as crease in the palette. I'm using this on the lid instead, and I'm just softly brushing that on my lids to create a soft, very soft brown smoky eye. So I've got a sheer wash of that golden brown color on my lids. Next, I'm going to fill in my brows using the same pencil that I used for my lash line earlier, the Wet n Wild Color Icon pencil in deep brown. This is a matte deep brown color. It's not too heavily pigmented, so it works really well as a brow pencil as well. Using the same pencil to line my lower lash lines. Because I'll be using a bold color on the lips, I don't want the eyes to look too heavy, so I'm using all brown tones instead of using black. So I've not used black coal, and I've not used any black eyeshadow. Highlight the brow bone. I'm using the brow bone eyeshadow from the Naked Truth palette, and just brushing that on the brow bone. For my lashes, I'm going to use the Physicians Formula Jumbo Lash Mascara, which I'm really liking lately. I've never tried Physicians Formula mascaras before. This is the first time, and I'm really pleased with this one. It gives quite a nice, plump, voluminous look to the lashes. You can get lots of great mascaras from the drugstore. Maybelline and L'Oreal are some of my favorites, and Max Factor also makes really good mascara, so you really don't need to go to a mid-level or a high-end brand at all when it comes to mascara. And the last thing would be the lips. I'm using this really pretty bright raspberry color from Wet n Wild. This is the color Cherry Picking from the Mega Last range. It's such a beautiful color, and I think it'll look good on everyone. It's like a deep pink. It's perfect for a dinner date for Valentine's Day. It has a creamy satin, almost matte finish. If you set it a little using a little translucent powder or just dabbing it off on a tissue, you can make it last really long and it doesn't smudge around or bleed when you're having meals, etc. So I think it's the perfect color for a Valentine's dinner date. So this is the finished look. I really like how this turned out, and if you are in the US or you have access to these drugstore brands, you can try out this look for Valentine's Day. So thank you for watching. I hope you like this, and let me know your comments in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel. New videos will be going up every Monday, Wednesday and Friday now onwards. I hope you enjoy it. Thanks. Bye. And if you are a viewer from India, don't worry, I have another video coming up in which I'll be using all products available in India to do another Valentine's Day look. So make sure you check that out. Thanks for watching. Bye.